Hello, everybody. I know I haven't been on camera in a while, and I'm on camera tonight. I do have to change a couple things. That's why the intro stopped, because I'm on the wrong setting. And still on the wrong setting. I forgot which one I have it under. I think Sunshinery? Nope. Nope. Back up. Nope. I'm just going to go in order. Here we go. I have like so many different, so they're called brands. I have one for game night. I have a whole bunch of other ones that are old that I need to get rid of. And maybe that's something I'll do after the live. Because there is just way too many of them. And of course, I added pictures onto that one. But we'll give it a couple minutes so people can get in the chat. I'll get set up. We have a lot of different stories to go over tonight. We're going to talk about Kate Moss. She came forward and did like a interview on why she testified on the Johnny Depp trial with Amber Heard. We're going to look at her testimony that she gave along with Johnny's, and then we'll go over that article. We're also going to talk about Shahs of Sunset star. He is now facing 13 charges of DV. Yeah, a lot of charges. And I did not realize that they canceled Shahs of Sunset on their 9th season, and they're not doing any more seasons. So that was interesting to read. And then we're going to go over Lana Del Rey. She actually just put in for a restraining order. So we're going to go over that. And then we're going to go over Shakira. I guess what they're saying, frauded the government and she owes money. So we're going to go over that because the prosecutors gave her an offer and she said, nope, sorry, I don't want the offer. Let's go to trial. And then lastly, we're going to talk about Mr. Logan Paul. Yeah, apparently he signed a contract with WWE, which WWE has a little place in my heart because they're right in Stamford, Connecticut, and that's a good drive, but I've always been a fan of wrestling. And he's going to be doing SummerSlam, and he's calling out The Miz. I kind of like The Miz, but there's a whole big thing where they're having to baby him because the audience is booing him, and they don't want to have the booing aired on TV. So they're doing things so that us, the audience watching it on the television, don't hear them booing him. So it's very interesting. I'm going to turn my camera off for 1 second. Wrong button. I do need to change my profile picture. I mean, technically it has my brown hair, but it has the blonde still. And I'm no longer a blonde. I am straight brunette, man. Oh my God. I haven't been a brunette in like, oh my God, 12, 13 years. So it's very interesting having my natural hair color back, and my hair, as you can see, I got cut finally. I'm very happy with it. It's nice for the summer because I don't have long hair bothering me, and I can do so many different things with this hairstyle. I'm actually very happy with the lady that cut my hair. She's actually an amazing person, and she works with somebody I've known my whole life, which I love her too. Michelle is amazing, and she does a lot more men's haircut, and she does a lot of coloring. So maybe if I do go back to blonde, I'll have Michelle do it for me. So we'll see. We'll see. Everyone's telling me to stay brunette. So right now, it looks like I'm staying a brunette. All right. I got my dinner over here, but I'm not going to eat it. Let's turn my camera back. I removed myself again. I'm a boomer right now. How am I doing this? I'm being a boomer. So, I have no makeup on. I don't really care. I had a rough day today. Let's just say if you are a female and you have a IUD, it's not fun. It's not fun getting it removed. So yeah, that was my day, and I am feeling a little bit of pain down there. But other than that, I'm good. So this is what you get. You get beautiful old me like this. And I am going to start doing my makeup streams again. So we're going to be doing the But First makeup streams again. I will be scheduling those. And I will be doing exclusive content on Locals where I am going to do makeup and nails and exclusive only content there for celebrity news, as well as once I get members joining, I will be talking about all the things that I do not talk about here on my channel. So past things that have happened on YouTube, like when we first started this channel, there was 2 other females, what happened with them, other past relationships, things like that. So if you would like to join my Locals, it will be up and running in just a couple days. I'm going to offer 1 month free so you guys can check out Locals for yourself, see if it's something that you want. It's kind of like Patreon. My opinion, it's better because I can put all of my content there for you guys to check out, everything you see here on YouTube, as well as exclusive content. So it's a lot better in my opinion. I've been checking it out for the last 2 months now with Fair and Balance and Rakita Law. And for me, if you've ever been to a Rakita Law stream, he has 10 to 15,000 in his stream. That chat moves fast. When he does exclusive lives on Locals, you feel that more connection with him and you can ask him different questions. He actually sees it to be able to answer it, and it's a lot more fun. He actually did one the other day. He's in Florida right now, enjoying Florida, visiting his family, and then he's taking his wife to the Caribbean. So I hope he has a lot of fun and is enjoying that. And Farron actually just moved from the DC area to a new location. I don't want to say it. I know she said it, but that's her privacy, and she's enjoying it. She's staying with her family and having a great time. So I hope all goes well with her and the move was easy for her and she's enjoying just having that time with her parents. That's always a fun thing. Okay, though, let's get started. So let's pull up the article first about Kate Moss. I like doing these streams because a lot of the time what I do is I'll read multiple different articles. From there, I'll take certain things, keywords, like sentences, and put together a script for myself to put videos out for you guys. So this way it's a little easier because I'm just reading off of the website, which is nice, though I still like putting my own twist to articles, especially when I know more than what they're putting out. Plus, I do know that sometimes they put things in there to get people to go one way when it can be a complete opposite. For instance, the Kylie Jenner thing. If you have not seen that video, you need to check it out. People are calling her a climate criminal, and the fact of the matter is, 1, it wasn't a 3-minute flight that they're all worried about, and 2, she wasn't even on that flight. Her plane is located at a different hangar, so they drop her off at one airport and take the plane to another airport, which is, yes, a 15-minute plane ride. But that was the 3 minutes that people were thinking because it said arriving in 3 minutes. And they're making it a big deal that this is what she's doing. Please check out that video. I did a lot of work. So did Pope. Pope helped me with that a lot. And when I say I gave my opinion, I gave my opinion because there was just too much controversy with that. And it was a lot of accusations and people not noticing key points, key words, and details. And when you put your brain to something, you can figure it out. But people aren't putting their brain to things. I don't know. Maybe it's Covina. I don't know. But that's why I'm here. Happy to do the investigation and put out the truth. Because there were so many articles done saying this about Kylie, giving their opinion regarding her being on a 3-minute flight. But reality was they were putting out wrong information. They were making you guys believe something that wasn't actually true. That's why I'm here. This is why I like doing what I'm doing. Okay, enough of me going on my little rant. Let's share the screen. All right, so we are going to be talking about Kate Moss. This is the article. It is by People. I'm going to do this really quick so that way my StreamYard, I can see both. I'm not being a boomer at the moment. We're going to go this way. I cannot wait to get my office set up and have my second monitor. It's going to make life way more easier. Okay. Now, as you can see, it says Kate Moss explains why she testified in the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. And then it says, I had to say the truth. We all know that's not something that Amber does ever. She has been a highly pathological liar throughout this whole matter, and it gives women a bad name. I hate to say it. It really does. Okay. So, it starts off with saying, I know the truth about Johnny, Moss said in an interview with the BBC Radio 4 on Sunday, which the BBC hates when you broadcast their videos. Just note that, all you creators. So it then goes into Kate Moss is sharing what made her decide to testify on behalf of her ex-boyfriend, Johnny Depp, during his May defamation trial against Amber Heard. Amber first alleged that Depp pushed Kate Moss down the stairs during her testimony at Depp's UK defamation trial against British tabloids The Sun for calling him a wife-beater, according to the New York Post. In November 2020, Depp lost that UK liberal lawsuit case, and the court upheld the outlets to overturn the decision was overruled. Can I get this to go away? Yes, we can. Now, in Depp's 2022 trial in the U.S. against Amber Heard, where he accused his ex-wife of defaming him in an opt-about domestic A, because I usually say DA, the staircase incident came up again. Heard said that she swung at Depp to defend her younger sister, Whitney, and was triggered when she thought about the Kate Moss and stairs. However, the British supermodel, 48, appeared virtually in court in May to deny rumors that the Pirates of the Caribbean star shoved her down a flight of stairs while they were dating between 1994 and 1998. I slid down the stairs and I hurt my back, Moss said under oath in May. He never pushed me, kicked me, or threw me down any stairs. Just look how hot Kate is compared to this witch over here. Now, Moss is explaining why she supported Depp in his U.S. trial this year. I know the truth about Johnny. I know he never kicked me down the stairs. I had to say the truth, Moss said in an interview with BBC Radio 4 Desert Island Discs. During the U.S. trial with Moss, where Moss testified, Depp's lawyer, Camila Vasquez, asked during cross-examination, "You didn't expect Miss Moss to testify that never happened, did you?" "Incorrect," responded Heard. "I know how many people will come out of the woodwork to be in support of Johnny. It is clear by the courtroom how many people will do that." That was like one thing that she said that really got me mad. Okay, so wouldn't people do the same for you? That's right. People would if you didn't do the things you did and you didn't give yourself a bad name from the things that you did. People that were even your friends didn't want to stand up for you. Even your own sister. One, she lied for you, but she still said things that sided with Johnny. I highly doubt that the people were coming out there to support Johnny Depp and lie under oath. Why would all of these people lie under oath? Do you know what that means? She doesn't. Heard added, everyone who was around in the 90s and early aughts knew that rumor. I heard, it was right there, knew that rumor. I heard that rumor from multiple people. A rumor. When there are accusations and rumors, you just think that they're true. You will look into the facts. You talked to Kate. Kate said she talked to her. You will see that in the testimony. Ask her your damn self. Is this rumor true? Oh, it's not. Put the rumor to bed. Oy vey. So she says, I heard that rumor from multiple people. Of course, that's what flashed through my head when my violent husband not only swung at me, but all of a sudden swung for my sister. Of course, I thought of that. I did not expect her to show up or not expect her to show up. It didn't matter, Heard said to Moss. It didn't change what I believed at the time when we were on the stairs and I thought he was going to kill my sister by pushing her down the stairs. What she thought. She has problems with thinking things clearly. Now, while the jury found the actress defamed Depp in her 2018 opt and awarded him over $10 million, they sided with Heard on one of her 3 counterclaims, finding that Depp defamed her via comments made by his attorney, Adam Waldman, in 2020. Depp and Heard are now both in the process of appealing the verdicts in their Virginia defamation case. Time out. I am doing a video. Amber missed the date to pay the bond for the appeal. So, as the looks of it, that appeal might not be happening because she didn't put the money up that the judge said, if you are going to appeal this case, you need this amount of money along with this amount of interest. She didn't do it. Now, after Heard filed a notice to appeal with the Virginia Court of Appeals on Thursday, Depp filed his own notice of appeal on Friday, seeking to overturn the $2 million verdict in Heard's countersuit. And I still think that was a good move on Johnny's part, because I don't think she expected that he was going to do that. And like he said, in a video that I did when they both did the appeal process. You can check that out on my channel as well. He wanted the appeals court to have all the facts. That is why he did the appeal, so that they were presented with everything, not just her side, because we've learned this with the UK trial when it's only her side and they couldn't give any evidence to Johnny's. They, of course, sided with her. Now, if they had Johnny's evidence, maybe things would have been different. So let me stop streaming that article and get to our videos. Give me 1 second. And I'm going to turn my fan on because it's a little hot in this bitch. We'll put it on low, see how it goes. Okay. Let's look at these testimonies. Now, I know some of you probably had seen this. If you hadn't, we're going to show them for you now. It's just kind of a reminder of everything that Kate testified and as well as Johnny. So let's share my screen and then I'll turn my camera back on for you all. All right, let's go with Kate's testimony first. So share audio. Perfect. And my camera back on. And I do have this at normal speed because Kate is fine with talking. I did for Johnny's step it up a little bit because if you saw anything from the trial, Johnny takes a long time to answer. So I stepped that up just a bit for us. So let's check this out. I will make it theater mode. Dun, 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 dun. And we'll press play. Pope, let me know if it echoes.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, please see your next witness.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mr. Depp calls Kate Moss to the stand. She will be appearing on your screen.
All right, ma'am, can you hear me? Yes, can you count to 5 for me?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Thank you, ma'am. If you could raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth under penalty of law?
I do.
Thank you.
Good morning, Ms. Moss, or I should say good afternoon, your time. My name is Ben Shouhed from the firm of Brown Rudnick. Would you please state your full name for the record?
I'm just going to pause for 1 second. Is it echoing, Pope? I just want to make sure it's not echoing. I don't think so because on my end, the volume's really low. That's what StreamYard does. I know it's turned up all the way. How is the volume? I just want to double check all of that before we get into her testimony. He's in the background. He's always in the background. It's my boy. I don't know if he's maybe stepped away from the computer. I'm waiting patiently. And if you are watching this on Twitch, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. You can find me on YouTube, Odyssey, Rumble, and soon Locals. So check me out all there. I guess you stepped away, so if anybody can let me know if the volume's too low or if it's echoing, I would really appreciate that.
Kate Moss.
Ms. Moss, where do you reside?
London, England.
From where are you testifying today, Ms. Moss?
Gloucestershire, England.
Ms. Moss, do you know Johnny Depp?
Yes, I do.
How do you know Mr. Depp?
I had a relationship with him.
Did there come a time when you and Mr. Depp had a romantic relationship?
Yes.
For how long, Ms. Moss?
I did read somewhere too that someone asked Johnny if he would ever date Kate Moss again, and he said yes, which I don't blame him. She seems like a very chill, laid back, nice woman, unlike this crazy bitch he had to deal with. And I hate to say that, but she is literally crazy. You can't help it. It's if you know anything from this trial, you know all about Amber. If not, check out all of my videos. Everything will be explained there, I promise.
Were you and Mr. Depp a romantic couple?
From 1993 to 1994 to 1998.
Ms. Moss, did there come a time when you, while you and Mr. Depp were a couple, that the two of you took a vacation together to the Golden Eye Resort in Jamaica?
Yes.
What, if anything, happened when you were in Jamaica with Mr. Depp?
Here we go.
We were leaving the room, and Johnny left the room before I did, and there had been a rainstorm, and as I left the room, I slid down the stairs, and I hurt my back.
How did you?
And
She slid down the stairs. Johnny did not push her. Oh, look, this is the day that DUI guy was in court. So he's the guy in the gray suit behind the attorney to the left. If you don't know who the DUI guy is, he has an amazing channel. He was there in the courtroom. I will link his channel down below. Definitely check him out. All right, let's continue.
I apologize, Ms. Moss. Please continue.
and I screamed because I was in because I didn't know what had happened to me and I was in pain. And he came running back to help me and carried me to my room and got me medical attention.
Did Mr. Depp push you in any way down the stairs?
No,
During the course of your relationship, did he ever push you down any stairs?
no, he never pushed me, kicked me, or threw me down any stairs.
Ms. Moss, have you ever before today testified in any kind of court?
He did not do any of that. You know, right now, Amber is sitting there going, this bitch is crazy. I know the truth. Because that's what narcissists do. They'll sit there. First off, they believe their own lies. And when somebody is actually telling the truth, they're sitting there going, she's lying. She's lying. She's lying. That's not what happened. But the problem is, she was not there. She wasn't even a thought in his brain at that time. Let alone she was probably like, what? In high school? I don't, that's probably not accurate. But she was a young buck. She's young. She heard a rumor. She went with that rumor. She believes that rumor. Even if she talked to Kate and found out the truth, she clearly lied to the court, which I do know she did talk. Kate and her did talk. So, come on now.
Proceeding.
No, I have never.
Why did you decide to testify today?
Objection, Your Honor.
All right,
That's beyond the scope of what we just talked about.
all right, I'll sustain the objection.
Objection.
Thank you, Ms. Moss. We have nothing further at this time. We greatly appreciate your taking the time to testify.
All right, any cross-examination?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you.
I
Ms.
love
Thank you very
Amber's
much.
side of the bench. It's literally just Whitney. It's just Whitney and the person that's allowed to take the photos in the courtroom. And if I remember correctly, my memory though, I believe Amber was the one that hired the people, but I might be wrong. I will have to double check that. That's why we always recheck the facts. But just Whitney and just the camera lady. She got nobody. Technically, the DUI guy and all of them are on that side, but that courtroom was packed. If everybody that supported Johnny could fit on the right side, they would. And it would literally just be nobody but Whitney on that side. Guarantee it. Of course, we have an ad. And that is it. Now, Fox 13 Seattle, as you can see, has many of the videos from the trial. There are plenty that you can find out there as well. Now, let's look at what Johnny had to say, which his is a couple more minutes longer, but he testified as well after this, and they heard his side also again. So let's stop sharing and bring up Johnny's testimony about Kate Moss. It might play. I gotta pause it. It's probably still gonna play even though I paused it because it's loading. Share my screen. Yep, there we go. Okay, here is Johnny's testimony where he explains the Kate Moss stairs saga. And I call it a saga because it's a saga. Because that's what Amber was thinking when she saw Johnny going after Whitney.
Thank you. We can take this down. Mr. Depp, do you recall Ms. Heard testifying that she punched you in the staircase incident because she thought of Kate Moss in the stairs?
Do I remember her saying that?
Yes.
Yes, I do. 3 times. Yes, I do.
Do you have any understanding as to what Ms. Heard was referring to?
Yes, I do.
And
As Kate Moss, Kate testified, it was many years ago. And what happened is what she said happened. I recall speaking with Ms. Heard about that very incident because of the downpouring of rain, because it was raining very heavily that day that Kate slipped. And I recalled the story to her.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
How is that hearsay? That is, he was there. He knows what happened. He recalled the story to Amber. Look at this bitch's face. Oh, I need to stop calling her a bitch. It's not nice. But look at her face. Come on now. Oh, she makes me so mad.
May we approach your honor?
I could look like that too. And here they are at the bench. Take your sip, Johnny. You deserve it. I will say, though,
Please
some of
continue,
the
Mr. Depp.
things
What did you tell Ms. Heard about?
Johnny says on the stand make me laugh completely, because he is just himself on the stand, where you have like Amber completely acting the entire time. And some of the responses that like the attorneys want from her side. He's just like, I've said this how many times? It's great. If you did not watch the trial, you missed some really funny shit.
The staircase, or with Kate Moss.
I'll make it easy for Mr. Rottenborn. Miss Heard took the story and turned it into a very ugly incident, all in her mind.
In her
There
mind.
was never a moment where I pushed Kate down any set of stairs, yet she's spewed this 3 times before.
Objection, Your Honor. Ms. Heard simply testified that she'd heard a rumor, and that's
A
What's a rumor?
rumor.
Sir, hold on.
Sorry.
Objection. I'll overrule the
Ms.
objection.
So technically, a rumor is hearsay. So they let her testify that she heard this rumor. And that's not hearsay. If you told me a rumor and I had to testify, that's hearsay. That means it might not be true. It might be true. That's hearsay. He was there. So for them to say like objection, hearsay, all of that about what actually happened at the event, it's like he was there. He knows the event. You're asking what happened. He's telling you. How is that hearsay? What she heard is hearsay. What he was there happening is not. Oh, eBay.
it's the facts and evidence.
I'll overrule the objection.
Sorry, I was drawn by Mr. Rottenborn's voice. What was it?
So what specifically
Those
had
are
you
the
actually
moments
told
I'm
Miss Heard
talking
about the incident with Miss Moss and the stairs?
Very simply that we were in Jamaica. I had left our bungalow about 3 minutes prior to her. I was standing outside and suddenly rain starts just coming down like it's, a monsoon. And then I remember looking and seeing Kate coming out the door, and there were 3 little wooden stairs, and she slipped, her legs went up, and she landed directly on her coccyx and her lower back. So, and she was obviously physically in pain, and she was hurt, she was crying. So I ran over and grabbed her to make
Johnny
sure
saves
she was
the
all
day.
right. That's it. That's all I ever. But that's the whole story. But then the rumor of it, I had never heard a rumor of that before Miss Heard.
So he never heard this rumor. And I'm pretty sure if this rumor did exist, both Kate and Johnny would have come forward and said, that's not what the fuck happened. But in Amber's head, it's true.
Grabbed hold of it.
Amber probably made it up.
Mr. Depp, we heard testimony from Miss Heard's sister, Whitney, during this trial. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And how would you describe your relationship with Whitney when you were in a relationship with Miss Heard?
I liked Whitney very much. Initially, when I first met her, I liked her very much.
Could you please
And
tell
there
us
you
who
go.
you are?
I'll make sure I know that after this, it's just
From
the end of it
mostly
because the end
Planet
screen is
Area.
up. But there you go. This is Law and Crime Network. They have some good videos. They did cover the whole trial. So all of that is there. I will link their channel also down below. So that way you guys can check it out. So that is everything from the trial. That is Kate's testimony. That's Johnny's testimony. Both of their stories match completely. Amber admits it was a rumor. Why they let that go without saying it was hearsay is beyond me, but that is my opinion. And I'm happy that with everything that is happening, because though we all want this to end, unfortunately, it's not ending. we're going to keep hearing about Amber and Johnny for quite a while. And Kate went on and told why she did what she did, which was going and testifying for him, because she knows the truth. She was there. And she knows that Amber was lying. And why is she going to be made to look like a fool when this, I don't want to say the word, woman, I was going to say the B word, is sitting there lying about what happened? Freaking Amber for ya. That's why she pisses me off. But anyways, so I am going to move on to our next topic and play our little video. Okay, now I'm going to probably go with the Lana Del Rey story first, and go over why she got a restraining order the other day. I was going to say today, but it was the other day. So if you don't know, this is the beautiful Lana Del Rey. She's gorgeous. Love this photo of her in the hippie fashion. But let's bring up the article about why she got a restraining order. And I will pull that up on the screen for you all so you guys can see it as I go through it. This was from Bang Show Business, though MSN did put it on their site as well. Okie dokie. So, it says that Lana Del Rey has obtained a temporary restraining order against a man she claims stole one of her cars. The video game's hitmaker applied to authorities in Los Angeles to request a protection from Eric Evandro, probably said that wrong, Evandro, after she alleged he visited her house on at least 2 occasions this year. Now, according to documents obtained by TMZ, Lana said the man first appeared at her home without permission in February, and he made off with a Jaguar. Oh my God, he stole a Jaguar. Oh my God. Which was eventually criminally charged with stealing. That's theft for sure when you're stealing somebody else's car. Now, the 37-year-old star claimed Eric returned to her abode earlier this month and left a bag at her gate with a disturbing letter inside that told of how he wanted to see her again. Lana also alleged the man had texted her sister on a number of occasions since February, but it is unclear how he obtained her number. I mean, it's not that hard if you get a number to look it up. It's kind of public record, especially if you know the name of the sister. You can kind of look that up. Most of the time, if it might not be the number anymore, they might have an old number, but it's not that hard to kind of obtain a phone number, especially online nowadays. Now, the Born to Die singer insisted she doesn't know Eric and is afraid for her safety of herself and her family members. A judge has ordered Eric to stay at least 100 yards away from Lana, her brother, and her sister, and banned him from contacting them. The judge has also set a date for a hearing to take place on the matter next month. So next month, when they have this hearing, I will definitely keep you all posted on what was said during it and if the temporary restraining order went to a permanent restraining order. Now, Lana previously admitted she thinks fame can be dangerous. She said, sometimes I feel with fame, it can put you on the prepararies. Oh, I said that word completely wrong. Where the vultures can pick at you. It's dangerous on the edges, which I do agree because they can easily get all of your information. There's a lot more people. There's a lot more claims too that celebrities get stalked, and it does put people in danger. Even just the paparazzi following them around, taking photos of them, putting them online, people then know where they are. That was a big thing with the Trisha Paytas and the honeymoon in Hawaii, that the paparazzi was following her and people were finding her in places in Hawaii. But it was also claimed that Trisha hired this guy. So, but it does happen. And I can understand completely. Even with small creators on YouTube, they deal with a lot of different things like this because they put themselves out there. And it is dangerous. People will do things just because they don't like you. And it's kind of vicious. And it's like a hit below the belt. And just because you don't like someone doesn't mean you should go and do the things that you do. Or even like reaching out to family members. Like, if the family is not part of the channel, why are you reaching out to people's families? Put it this way. If anybody ever reaches out to my family, they'd tell you to go fuck yourself. Just being honest. My family is a very much Italian family, and we ride or die together. So, it's not that I aspire to be the girl next door, but it's just that I actually was. And I think what some people don't understand is that the girl next door has things going on too. A lot of these other people who I see portraying the image are not that way at all. They're like the biggest bitch who lives in insane mansions and rip people off. This is not bitterness speaking at all. It's literally just kind of just the facts, ma'am. And she's right. Like, there's been so many different reports how like celebrities treat people that aren't rich, or how they treat their fans, how they treat people that come up to them. There is a lot of celebrities like that, but there's a lot of people like that in this world nowadays. You cannot escape that. There will always be people like that. There always will be. Even if you have the biggest heart, you are the most kindest person in the world, there are those people out there that aren't. And they don't give a damn if they hurt other people. It's just that way. And unfortunately, when someone has fame like this, they really have to protect themselves. That's why a lot have security guards, gates, and like at their home, so that way people can't get in. Some even have security at the gates. Like one of them that I know is Kyle Richard. She has security at the gate at all times. They know when people are coming, things like that, to let them in, all of that. But it's a big thing. There are crazy people in this world. Some that get so infatuated with these celebrities that they think they actually know them, they have a relationship with them, and it can get to the point where it just gets crazy, like absolutely insane. And that's why I always think that there needs to be more free and more services for people that have mental health issues, because I don't think there's enough. And I don't think that politics really give a shit about people and their mental health. And there needs to be more services out there. It's just how it is. So I will keep you posted on this restraining order, what is all going on. They'll probably give all the details during this hearing of what he did. We know a simple story of what he did, but I kind of want to hear the details of this. So when they do release that, I will definitely get that for us so we can check it out. So that is the beautiful Lana Del Rey and her story about getting a restraining order on a crazy fan. Let's move on to our next topic. So, our next topic is regarding somebody on the television show Shahs of Sunset, which is a Bravo show, and I will show you a photo. This is what their headlining is, but these are the people from Shahs of Sunset. And like I said from this article, wow, did I learn that after 9 seasons, they are no longer doing this show, which I honestly was not a huge fan of this show. I would watch it when it was on, though I probably really wasn't watching it and I had other background things going on, or that was the background noise, and I was probably watching a YouTube video or something, because it wasn't that interesting. It wasn't a show that I was very invested in at all. So let me take this down. Now, this guy is from the show. His name is Mike, and I'll probably butcher his last name like normal. It's Shouhed. And this is what he looks like. This is him from the show. This is him when he had some hair. That is Mike, though. Now, let's get into this article, because it looks like he is facing 13 criminal charges for DV incidents with his fiancé. His fiancé, not a past fiancé, someone that is currently still with him. And when people are in DV situations, people don't understand, well, if you're getting beat, why don't you just leave? But the thing is, when people are in these situations, the person that is doing the hitting will manipulate their mind, make them think that without them, they would be nothing, or that they're worthless, that they're a piece of crap. And they put a power over these people, not only committing the DV, but mentally breaking them down, that most victims don't leave when the first incident happens. And clearly this is what's going on, and I feel completely horrible for this woman, and I feel like she needs to get out of there. Unfortunately, you can't make anybody do this, and I hope that with this story becoming public, that people go to her and get her some help, or try to convince her that she needs help, because being in a situation like this where your fiance is beating the crap out of you is just not good. It's not realistic. It's not. And I've been in situations like that where it took months before I had to leave somebody, because just the mental abuse that someone puts you through, you break down. You go through your own mental illness because of one person doing what they're doing to you physically and mentally. So when people are like, well, why didn't this person just leave? Because maybe you haven't been in that situation to understand what these abusers do. And I feel like that even happened with Johnny, like with Amber and all the things that happened. She did what she did to manipulate him. And even with her saying, well, if you come forward saying that this is what I'm doing, no one's going to believe you. Maybe that's why he did what he did with all of the drugs and alcohol, was to escape all the mental abuse that she was putting him through. These are just different examples of what happens in these kind of relationships. And there are so many people that just don't understand it and just are like, why didn't this person leave? Sometimes they don't have a place to go. Sometimes they feel like if they leave, that this person's going to come after them. And though people have restraining orders, or they get restraining orders after they leave, really that's not going to protect them. I hate to say it that way. It's a freaking piece of paper. I had a restraining order on an ex-boyfriend. And when I say I was in car chases where he was chasing me, and I had the police on the phone saying, I'm not pulling over because if I pull over, I know what he'll do, that I would not stop the car until they were behind me and pulling him over. And they were there because it's just a piece of paper. It protects you legally, but it doesn't protect you physically. So let's take a look at this article and all of the 13 charges that he is facing. So here it is. And this is from Wonderwall. And like I said, MSN picked this up after that. So the Shahs of Sunset star Michael Shouhed, I think I said it right the first time, is facing 13 criminal charges for his DV arrest involving his fiancé. The reality TV star was arrested in March after he and a woman later confirmed to be his fiancée, Pauline Ben Cohen, were involved in a physical altercation. Oh my God, here we go with TMZ. TMZ now reports that the Los Angeles city's attorney, okay, I was like, wait, they hit him? How did they hit him? They hit him with charges. That makes sense now. It was reported that the Los Angeles city's attorney hit Mike with a boatload of misdemeanor charges, including DV, battery, and unlawful attempts to dissuade a witness. He was also hit with several weapons charges. Ooh, man. Now, Mike and Pauline have been engaged since 2019. Just weeks after the arrest, the couple was spotted vacationing in Mexico with 2 children who she has from a previous relationship. So, like, when people say, well, why didn't she leave? He probably was like, oh, honey, I'll never do this again. And they do that. Let's go on a trip to Mexico. I'll make this better for you. It happens. That's how they manipulate. So this is them right here. This is their Instagram. Now, in a statement, her lawyer confirmed that she was involved in the alleged altercation. Pauline's prior focus is on keeping herself and her children safe. The statement said, she supports the work that the police and the city attorney's office have done, and she continues to cooperate with them while looking forward to putting this sad situation behind her and moving on with her life. So by the looks of this, she is no longer with him. So I would call her then the ex-fiancé, not a fiancé, because she's, from this, seems like she's no longer with him. Because if she's trying to keep herself and her children safe, then that would mean to be safe would not to be near this man at all. Then it says Mike's arrest came a few weeks before Shahs of Sunset was canceled after 9 seasons. So for all you fans of Shahs of Sunset, they will no longer be having this show anymore. Like I said, I'm not a big fan, but I do know there are people that are big fan. Now, once this goes to court or any hearings happen, I will definitely be getting those hearings and will be covering this so that we can actually see more details into this case. 13 criminal charges is a lot. And you have to think each charge holds so many years for each thing. Sometimes they combined it together. Most of the time, each charge is this, and this. But that is a lot of charges. And weapons charges, that was probably another reason why she didn't leave. Probably was afraid that he would kill her. Weapons. I mean, we have a lot of that going on too, where just like people are not mentally stable and they have guns and shit happens. And unfortunately, that's horrible. So she probably thought her life was at risk. I am glad that she is away from him. I hope that the police are keeping her safe and that she is doing everything in her life that is possible to keep this man away from him, like away from her, because it does not sound like they had a really great relationship. It was more probably him than her, but we will learn more about this as the stories come out regarding this case. And until we get more information, that is my opinion right now, but my opinion can change when we hear more about it. I don't think it will, but as of right now, the same thing I did with Amber. When I heard what happened, I believed her. She was the victim until the facts came out and it proved she wasn't the victim. She was the perpetrator. She was the one doing these acts to Johnny. And I believe that she is a victim of Mike right now. And until we get more information, that is my opinion. And like I said, I hope that she gets the help that she needs. Her and her children are safe and they remain safe because anything is possible. And unfortunately, she needs to worry about all of the different variables in this and what could possibly happen. So that way she is prepared and she knows what could happen and what she needs to do to get away from this. So that is the story on Mike from Shahs of Sunset and his 13 criminal charges for DV on his fiancé. Let's move on to the next topic. So I think I'm gonna start off with Shakira. And then we'll move on to Logan Paul. Okay, so let me get this article up on the screen for us so we can check it out. Shakira, Shakira, Shakira. Every time I hear her name, that's what I hear in my head from that song. What is that, Akon? Ooh, I love the way she moves. Yeah, I think so. Oh my God. So this was covered by the Associate Press, and it says Spain, Shakira rejects prosecutor's office, faces tax trial. And this was updated, or this was written 12 hours ago. So Madrid AP says that the Colombian pop star Shakira has opted to go to trial instead of accepting a deal offered by Spanish prosecutors to settle allegations she defrauded Spain's government of 14.5 million euros, which is 15 million here in the US. That's a lot of money. And though she is well known in the industry, I don't think she has 15 million if she is found guilty to give back to the government. That's an insane amount. That's insane. I mean, that's pretty much what Johnny won in the court case. And we all know she don't have 15 million over there. She can't even pay for her bond for the appeal. So, I mean, Shakira is a well-known singer, but I don't really think she has $15 million. So 15 million in taxes, her public relations team said on Wednesday. Now, Shakira, 45, trusts her innocence and chooses to leave the issue in hands of the law. The PR firm, this is very Spanish, Lorenzi y Fiança, said in a statement. Now, offers are there for a reason. Offers are a way to ensure that you won't get charged. And when you go to a trial, when you're in a trial, it's either this or that. They don't come up with an offer saying, well, even though you have all these charges and you were found guilty, we'll only give you a year and you could pay like $1 million. That doesn't happen. It's either she pays the money and she goes to, I don't know how like the like Spanish government works, but it's either she pays the money, faces the criminal charges of fraud, or she is found innocent and nothing happens on her end. So that's why they make these offers. And a lot of people take the offers even though they're innocent because they don't want to have to deal with the hassle of going to trial and potentially not be found innocent and have all of this happen to them, which I don't blame them. So it says, she trusts her innocence. Spanish prosecutors charged the singer in 2018 with failing to pay 14.5 million euros in taxes on income earned between 2012 2014. So that was 2 years of taxes. That's a lot of money for 2 years. Did she have an album then? She might have had an album then. I would have to look that up. She probably had concerts, all of that. That's still a lot of money in taxes. So that means that she made way more than $14.5 million if that's just the taxes on it. That's a lot. So she faces a possible fine and a prison sentence if found guilty of tax evasion. Like I said, that's why they have these offers on the table and most people take them so they don't have to worry. Most of it, like there are many cases where people are innocent and they take these offers, especially when it's like federal charges like this. Most federal cases are found guilty. Now, like I said, this is not the US. This is in Spain or Colombian. I'm not sure exactly. It says the Spanish government. So their laws are clearly different. And yeah, Spain's government. So we'll have to see what actually happens. And I love learning about different laws in different countries. So this will be a case for sure that when she goes to trial, I'll be watching every second of this to hear and learn how their laws are different in their country and everything that's happening in this. And of course, I'll report it to you guys because I know if I'm interested, you guys are interested too. Not just the celebrity portion, but a lot of people love the law aspect, learning like I do and hearing these cases. So it says there were no immediate details available on the deal prosecutors offered. So they have not said what the deal said. So the deal can say that you don't have to go to jail, but you have to pay this amount, or you have to pay this amount and you can serve like a week in jail or a couple months in jail. An offer is an offer, and until they put out what the offer was, we don't know what it is. So, no date for the trial has been set. When it is, I will let everybody know when it is set. Shakira's public relations firm said she was deposited the amount she is said to owe with the Spanish tax agency and has no pending tax debt. So she is claiming that she has deposited the amount that she owes. So why are they charging her with these tax debts or fraud? Now, the case hinges on where she lived during 2012 to 2014, and prosecutors allege it was mostly in Spain, even though Shakira's official residence was in the Bahamas. Now, Shakira, whose full name is Shakira Elizabeth McBraca Ripple, I believe, has 2 children with Barcelona soccer star Gerard Poch. The couple used to live in Barcelona, but recently ended their 11-year relationship. So, when we hear more about Shakira, a trial date, an offer, what the offer was, I will definitely keep us all posted on that because I am very interested to know what's going to happen with this. She's claiming she's innocent, that she paid it, and they're saying, nope, you didn't pay it. Now, if she was with her spouse, did she assume the spouse paid and then maybe he didn't? Like, there are so many things that are potential with this case that I'm definitely interested and want to know more. And I cannot wait to find out more so we can go over it together. So that is what is going on with Shakira. I will, of course, keep us posted when they put out more info. So let's move on to our last and final topic of the night. Mr. YouTuber, Logan Paul. All right, so let's look at this variety actually it is Insider. I have two different articles regarding this. So we're going to start with the Variety article, which is how he signed a contract with the WWE, and then we'll move on to the new topic of the night, which is how the WWE is broadcasting Logan Paul's matches in a strategic way, so that way us, the audience watchers on television, can't hear the audience there in the arena booing the crap out of him. All right, so let's bring up the Variety article so we can take a look at that. Let me stop this screen share and start a new one. Here it is, guys. Whew. So it says that Logan Paul signs WWE contract through 2023. Holy moly. So he has, a year. So Logan Paul, the YouTube creator and digital influencer who has built a career as a pro fighter, has signed a contract to be a WWE superstar. So was his, boxing career not going too well? And he decided, let's try wrestling. Wrestling might be better. Wrestling, people are like, wrestling is fake. So their stunts are definitely not fake, but they are done a certain way that they're not injuring to each person. They're more played out a certain way so they don't get hurt, but the matches are real. And I've heard in the past, like, people say, well, they'll say this person will win SummerSlam and the match will go on, or they practice it and it's all rehearsed. I don't know. I believe that it's not rehearsed and it's not chosen that this person needs to win. So when we get to a certain point, you're going to do this so that person wins. I don't believe that. That's your opinion, my opinion. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think that WWE is rehearsed? Why do you think Logan went to WWE? Why is he not boxing? I know that people weren't happy with him being a boxer. Not a lot of people were like rooting for him. Jake Paul is definitely a lot better than his brother. And maybe he was just like, I don't want to be in my brother's shadow. So you know what? Let's do wrestling instead. That's what I mean. We'll see. So it then goes into, so now that Paul is officially under contract with WWE, sources familiar with the pack said he will stay with the wrestling entertainment company for the near future and will perform across multiple events, which would take him through next year. He previously appeared on WWE SmackDown and WrestleMania. Ooh. Did he was he just there for? I didn't get to see these. So if anyone did see WrestleMania or SmackDown, did he get in the ring? Did he just broadcast, give his opinion? I'd love to find out more about that. I'd have to look into that for us. I'm just curious. Did he just, say what he said, all of that? I just want to know. So, WWE and Paul shared the news Thursday on social media, which I do have that for us to look at. Now, this article was written June 30th, so it was a little time ago. but he did post to Twitter, and this is the tweet. Let me get that for you guys. So here is the tweet. And it says, just signed with the WWE. And it has 2 photos. One with him signing the contract, and one with him holding the contract with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. So, on Thursday on social media, and shared photos of his visit to the company's headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut. Hell yeah. His photoed above with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, who assumed the role of interim CEO after her father, Vince McMahon, stepped aside amid a board investigation into misconduct allegations. That was such a long time ago, and I remember all of that. That was like craziness. So here's the post again. They put it up there. Now, in addition, Paul delivered a message to WWE's The Miz in a video posted by WWE. I wonder if we can see that. Ooh, I think we can. I'll open it up so we can check it out. Scrawling, coming for ya, Miz, on the back of his freshly inked contract following their run in at WrestleMania 38 in April. Paul had teamed with the A-lister at the showcase of Immortals, only to have The Miz drop him with a skull-crushing finale following a win over the Mysterious. Oh, shit. So you got your ass beat by The Miz. Now, if you don't know who The Miz is, this is The Miz. He actually has a show on the E! Network, and I think it's called Miz. And let me double check the name. The Miz. I want to say it's Miz and Miss Miz or something. I do watch it on E! Miz and Mrs. Miz and Mrs. It's on the E! Network. And it's actually, so it started out on USA. Huh. I swear, though, I saw, like, ads for it. So, yeah, it says, married WWE superstar Mike the Miz are back for season 3 of the reality show Miz and Miss on June 6, 2022, with episode 1 and 2 airing at 11 p.m. and 11:30 p.m. on USA Network. The new season will film the lives of the superstars as they raise their 2 toddlers while making big careers and decisions. So I think maybe E! played the episodes, but it's on USA, and that happens a lot where, like, you'll see, like, Bravo shows on E! You'll see E! shows on Bravo. I know I've seen USA shows on Bravo and E!, especially the Chrisleys. Chrisley Knows Best. That is a USA show. You'll see that on Bravo. You'll see that on E! all the time. It also happened with Duck Dynasty. I used to see them all over the place. And I forget what company Duck Dynasty is with. But they used to do it all the time on different networks. Especially if, like, the networks are combined or, like, the same company. You'll see that a lot. Speaking of, the housewives were on tonight, and Carolyn Stanberry, who is in The Real Housewives of Dubai, they were playing all day, Ladies of London. That was her first show that she was on. But Brandy from the OC, she's an ex-wife now. She's on there. And watch. I don't think she'll be back. I don't think she'll be back. But last week when we did this, I covered how, like, it was possible that Tamra was going to be back. And then, no joke, this came on, and I was like, Pope, she's back. Like, we literally had just talked about it on air, and here she is, like, picking up the orange on the Andy Cohen Watch What Happens Live show, saying she's back. So that's why I made those, like, 3 little videos, one saying she was back, and then showing you the thing from Watch What Happens Live so you guys could see it. But it was just, like, so funny because, like, we're sitting here talking about it, and I was, like, saying how happy I would be if she came back. And it just aired like 10 minutes after we got off the live. So I have it on. Who knows? I don't think they'll bring Brandy back. I do know last night they talked about how he should bring Vicky back. Like, he's bringing back Tamra. Why is he not going to bring Vicky back? I don't really like Vicky. I'm not a big fan of her, especially everything with her, like, ex-boyfriend that, like, faked cancer and all of that. I'm not a big fan of Vicky. And one of the guests that was on last night suggested that bring Tamra back, and then the next year bring Vicky back. We'll see. Let's see about Tamra. Tamra brings the drama. I'm ready for it. Yeah. So now that I've ranted about that, let's move on. But you can check out Ms. and Miss on the USA Network. And they air, says June 6th. So that was, they're probably almost to the end of their season, which would mean finale might be coming up soon. I know I've watched a couple new episodes. It's Monday nights. Monday nights it airs on USA. And 11 p.m. is really late. I don't know if that's like the same time now that it's aired, but that seems really late. But anyways, so let's see if this video comes up before we move further. Yeah, there's more. Let's see if the video of him calling him out comes up. Let me remove this for just a second. You might hear the background noise. Ooh. SummerSlam live Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on Peacock. So if you want to see WWE SummerSlam this Saturday. Okay, stay up to date. No. Looks like you've taken a wrong turn. You're in parts unknown. That's what the WWE site says. So apparently they don't have this video of Logan Paul calling out the Miz, saying, "I'm coming for you, Miz." It's probably somewhere on YouTube or in the internet atmosphere. If I find it, I'll make a little short for you guys. So that happened, and that was because of their run on WrestleMania 38 in April. Paul had teamed up with him and all of that. We read all of this. Now, Paul, who is 27, originally rose to fame on the now defunct Vine app and went to become a popular and controversial YouTube star. Yes, he is. Now, as a boxer, he's gone into the ring against boxing legend Floyd Mayweather in a pay-per-view event on Showtime and had 2 bouts with British YouTuber KSI. His younger brother, Jake Paul, also has made a run at a pro boxing career. Yeah, like him right here or them right here, you know, boxing, baby. Now, Logan Paul hosts his own podcast, Impulsive, featuring celebrities, athletes, comedians, business moguls, and other guests, which have nearly 4 million subscribers on YouTube. Paul's main YouTube channel, currently has, oh my God, 23.5 million subscribers. That's a lot. Now, like, I used to watch Jake Paul back in the day, but I was not a Logan fan at all. Ooh! Thank you, Pope. You are the bomb diggity. Pope found where the Logan Paul calls out the Miz. So let's check that out. I'm going to just minimize this really quick so we can take a look there. I'm coming for ya. Let's see. There might be an ad too. Who knows? Let's see. Oh, it's a short.
Miz, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm not confused about what I said, and I'm definitely not going to change my mind based on what the Miz said. I don't want to be your partner. I don't want anything to do with you. In fact, I said it when I signed my WWE contract, and I'll say it again now so you can read my lips. I'm coming for you, Miz, at SummerSlam. Understand? Miz, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Oh,
I'm not confused about what I said.
He really thinks like he is going to be the next WWE superstar. Like, you don't have my vote, I'll tell you that. And that's why people are booing you, which we'll get to that article in just a minute. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Thank you, Pope, for that. You're amazing. So let me put back up the article for us to all look at. I mean, they were partnered and the Miz fucked him up. Like, I would go after him too. They don't want to be partnered, even though, like, this photo did say the Miz announces he's teaming with Paul. That was June 27th, 2022. That was a month ago. So now, let's see. In 2021, Paul appeared on Fox's The Masked Singer, where he was disguised as Grandpa Monster. Earlier this year, Paul teamed with Arnold Schwarzenegger to promote a slap fighting tournament. Paul is repped by WME. And that is it for this article. So let's move on to where the story of the night is. How WWE is babying Logan and making it so that way we cannot hear the audience in the arena booing him. Like, that is the main event for our Logan Paul tonight. So let me pull that up. Let me see. That is by Insider. There we go. So here it is. I need a hit of my vape. Thank you all. So this was done yesterday. So it says WWE is broadcasting Logan Paul in a strategic way so viewers at home don't hear him getting mercilessly booed. Now, it says Logan Paul is being nurtured as a baby face in the WWE. Mercilessly booing from live crowds is complicating that, and the WWE has reportedly found a way to ensure TV audiences don't hear the jurors. Now, WWE is determined to nurture internet celebrity Logan Paul as an upcoming babyface superstar, according to Backstage News from Wrestling Inc. The only issue that report says is that live audiences have been booing Paul, a YouTuber who has shaken up combat sports as a novice boxer and now as a sports entertainer. To prevent the merciless jarring from being heard on broadcasts, the WWE has begun airing Paul's segments after he's already been introduced to the live crowd in an attempt to get any initial booing out of the way. Now, Paul is getting booed by live audiences, according to reports. That's him signing the contract, calling out the Miz. That's the other video that they were talking about, which this is just a photo of it. Now, this was seen during a WWE Raw television show earlier this week when TV audiences were thrown into the middle of a chaotic Paul brawling with the Miz. Now, Dave Metzler on Wrestling Observer Radio said this was by design. As a prospective babyface to the WWE, hopes is that Logan Paul would be a mainstream fan favorite. Oh my God. Like John Cena, Daniel Bryan, or Hulk Hogan, as opposed to a villain or a heel like Triple H and Seth Rollins. Let me tell you, Logan Paul will never be Daniel Bryan, who was fucking incredible. But I was a huge John Cena fan. And he will never be John Cena. If you don't know, now you know. Can you see me? I went to a WWE wrestling event, and I was right on the runway where they come out. And after when he came out, he threw his combat hat out into the audience, and I actually caught it and I had it, but the little boy that was next to me kind of started crying, and I felt guilty that I got the hat, and kind of John Cena looked at me when he threw it. So listen, I'm a big fan, but I can help a little boy out, so I gave him the hat. But I am a John Cena fan. I like his work in movies. Not really. I didn't realize that he was on. Now I'm not thinking of the name. Oh my God, why can't I think of the name? I just watched these movies. Oh, The Fast and the Furious. I didn't know he was in Fast 9. And he was the evil brother of Vin Diesel. I wasn't mad at it, but I wasn't like impressed like other movies I've seen him in. I'm still a fan though. I was like happy when he was with that other wrestling girl and they had that TV show on E, but And then Daniel Bryan is with the other twin sister. And they made like such a cute pair, both of them, like just couple-wise. But so they were trying to hope that Logan Paul was going to be the new favorite, and it seems like that backfired on WWE, and they were not expecting that instead of Logan being like the fan favorite, that he is technically a freaking villain now. So they're going to have to change all of that up because he's a villain. They're not liking, the audience is not liking Logan Paul. Now, Paul had been booked as a heel to start with, working and training alongside The Miz. However, when Miz double-crossed Paul, the 27-year-old began working to get the crowd on his side. I hate to say it, The Miz has been around for a long time. The Miz is entertaining. He's funny. I like everything about him. Him on Dancing with the Stars was freaking funny as hell. And then his show really puts a perspective onto his life. And he is hilarious there too. And you can't make people not want The Miz over Logan Paul. So The Miz double-crossed him. Shit, I would too. You got this guy that, you know, thinks he's a freaking superstar that just came in and at this point didn't have a contract with WWE, thinking he was going to win. Why not cross him, get that belt? Hell yeah. Screw him. Like, who does he think he is? You think you're this, like, YouTube celebrity and you're just going to go from boxing now to WWE and people are going to love you and you're going to win all these matches? Sorry. The Miz definitely is more, in my opinion, a fan favorite than Logan Paul. And people are probably thinking the same thing. Like, who is this guy? He just went from thinking he was a pro boxer to now he wants to be in the WWE. Like, what the hell is this? Like, that's when I saw this article. I was like, wait, he's now going for the WWE? What the hell is wrong with this guy? So, judging from these reports, Paul has a mountain to climb to win over a seemingly hostile crowd. Logan Paul will get his hands on The Miz at SummerSlam. However, with a prominent booking on the horizon Saturday at the 2022 SummerSlam event, the Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, Paul has a chance to outperform when he takes on The Miz in a single match. Now, I know the picture is right there, but this is a better picture of it. Look at The Miz. He is just more of a character, and that's what they want with WWE is characters, because they are considered entertainment performers, not just wrestlers. They are considered entertainers. So, Roman Reigns, oh my God, I was going to say Reagan. Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman take on Brock Lesnar in a last man standing main event. Elsewhere on the card, Liv Morgan is matched with Ronda Rousey in a singles match for the WWE SmackDown Women's Competition. Riddler Wars with Roman Reigns and Bianca Belair and Becca Lynch scrap for the WWE Raw Women's Champion amongst other bookings. Now WWE SummerSlam will be broadcast live as a pay-per-view on Peacock. Okay, so when they put like it's going to be on Peacock, technically SummerSlam is still a pay-per-view event. So one, you have to have Peacock, and two, you have to pay for this pay-per-view event. So it's not going to be like on regular pay-per-view on your television provider. You have to download Peacock. If you have a Roku device like I do, you can get that on the Roku device and watch it via your TV, or you can get the Peacock app on your phone, and if you have like a Google Home or an Alexa, you can cast that to your TV kind of thing. But that kind of sucks. Like regular pay-per-view is fine. So Logan's going to get some money just because it's a pay-per-view now too. So he went from boxing having pay-per-view events now to wrestling having pay-per-view events. So he's making some money. He knows what he's doing. Though I still don't think he will ever be like a crowd favorite. He's making the money. And like I said, why did he go to the WWE to begin with? Did he not have confidence that he would be a good boxer, or did he just like not want to be in his brother's shadow anymore and say, listen, you can be the boxer, I'm gonna be the wrestler? He comes off more as an entertainer anyways. He thinks so, but I could see like Jake Paul being a better entertainer and be better with WWE than Logan. Like Logan has some controversy. He's had controversy for a long time since he went to the hanging force, if you know what I mean. And that was a big thing. And people have not liked him since then. And some of the other things that he's said and done, it's caused a lot of issues. And it holds it, like he holds on to that. Like he might not want to hold on to that, but people hold on to that when they see him and they look at him. Like that's always and forever going to be part of his life. So I don't know, but I will keep us posted. I highly doubt that Logan will win this, but if it is staged like most people think, they'll probably want Logan to win, so the crowd kind of favors it. But I don't think that would be a good idea for the WWE if it is staged. I would have the Miz win, because then it's like the underdog trying to come after the Miz and have more and more matches in the future. And it might just actually get the crowd more upset if Logan wins, because the Miz has been a fan favorite for a long time. And like I said before, like here's this guy who thinks who the hell he is coming into the WWE. That's what people are thinking. Like, who the hell are you, Logan Paul? You went from a boxer to a wrestler, and now you're going to come after this belt? I don't know. So that is the last topic of the night. I am just going to play this little video. That is just for me to timestamp it. I do need to make like a thanks for watching kind of entrance video, and then we'll just talk for a minute or two. So those are all of the stories that I have for you tonight. I want to know what you think of Logan Paul going over to the WWE. What do you think about SummerSlam? Do you think that he might beat The Miz? Do you think that WWE is staged? I want to know what you guys think about that. What do you think about this crazy stalker with Lana Del Rey, like stealing her car, contacting her family? How do you guys feel about that? Like, and what do you think about the Shakira case? Do you think she really defrauded the government and did not pay the $14 million? Or do you think she's innocent? And what do you think about Kate Moss? Like, we know that she is a very honest, loyal person. Do you believe this is actually what happened with Johnny Depp and Kate? Or do you believe Amber? Like, I get if you're an Amber supporter. Like, you are more than welcomed here. Honestly, that is my opinion, but you're still welcomed here, and I would listen to you and what you had to say about Amber and maybe change my mind. But as of right now, I feel she's a liar, and I don't believe a word she has to say, and it's all in the testimony that she's given. But I want to know what you guys think. What do you think about the whole Kate Moss testimony? And that's it that we've covered. Oh, what about the Shahs of Sunset? Let me know what you think about the Shahs of Sunset and this guy having 13 charges. Do you think that 13 charges is way too much and that they just loaded him with these charges because he's a celebrity per se, or that he deserves all of these charges? And what do you think is going to happen? Like, do you think they're going to find him guilty of all 13 charges or only of a couple? I want to know what you guys think. So please leave a comment below. Definitely let me know what you guys think. Whatever topic you choose or all the topics, let me know. I want to hear what you guys have to say. And like I said, I am now on Odyssey and Rumble. I am super excited about that. So if you're kind of tired of like YouTube and their BS that they're doing to all of these creators, and you still want to support me and you want to watch these videos, all of my YouTube videos are on Odyssey and Rumble. So you will not miss them. They will be there for you. This will be there as soon as this is done airing tonight. So as soon as I'm done, it will be loaded on there for you guys to check it out. So I'm trying to figure out how to do the lives. Like, I'm going live here on YouTube. There are ways that I can go live still on Odyssey and Rumble. I will be talking to Fair and Balance about that. So I'm a mod for Fair, she said that she would help me with my Locals account and getting started. She would give me a person to contact to kind of get that up and running. And I do know that Locals is like partnered with Rumble, and I can go live here on StreamYard with YouTube, with Twitch, and then Locals will also stream it on Rumble as well. So I got to figure that out. So it's going to take me a little bit of time. Also, my Locals account will be set up by this weekend, and I will give you all of that information so that way you guys have it. And like I said, I will be putting exclusive content onto my Locals channel. You guys can ask me questions there. Things that you maybe, I'm clipping my hangnail, guys. I know. Hangnails, like, irritate me, and I have to do it right away. If not, like, it just irritates me more and more. But I will be doing exclusive content. So, like, whatever questions that you've ever had that maybe I did not answer here on YouTube, because I'm not into this drama bullshit that other creators do. And when people that are used to be friends of mine decide that they're just going to up and leave or not support me anymore or do whatever the hell they did, I move on with my life. I don't need to put out fake lies or rumors about them like other people have done, not just to me, but other people. And I think it shows who that person is by being the bigger person and not talking about the situation and just moving on with their life. If you don't want to be friends with someone, why are you going to sit there and talk shit? Clicks and views. I don't need the clicks and views. I know who I am as a person, and I move on. It's that simple. And more people need to do the same. Or they need to talk privately before it gets to that point, or if it gets to a point where they're arguing, and work it out. And if it can't be worked out, then move on with your life. It is that simple. All of this back and forth bullshit is high school drama, and we ain't in high school anymore. So move on with your life. When you make like 40 videos, you look like a freaking stalker. Let's be honest. So anyways, I ain't going to talk about that anymore. We don't do that here on this channel. I will be doing exclusive videos there on Locals. They will be behind a paywall. I'm going to make it like I said, give you a free month so you can check it out, see if you like it. And then it's going to be a reasonable price. So that way we can all enjoy it together. You can ask me questions, anything that you ever want answered that maybe I have not told you personally, or you haven't come to me in DMs, because I've always said, if you want to know something, DM me. I can even show you the proof, because I got lots and lots of proof. So I will definitely be putting that out as well, but that will all be exclusive content. So if you want to ask me a question, you can, and I'll be happy to answer it there for you. It's going to take some time though. I'm going to do my thing. We're going to do exclusive videos, and then we'll move into that. So as soon as I get some questions, we'll make one of those kind of videos and all of that, or live actually, so we can do it live. So yeah, I will definitely be doing all of that. I have a couple things I still need to do with my Locals account before I give you guys the link. But I did put in the chat the Odyssey link, the Rumbles link. Check them out. I promise you, there's a lot of great shit on those platforms too. You never know what you'll see. And I have found some great videos and creators there, especially on Odyssey and Rumble. So, and they don't do YouTube. They're strictly over there. So if you like different YouTube content creators, you should check out these sites as well, because you're missing out on some great people. And what YouTube is doing to these content creators is honestly just effed up, in my opinion. Like what Farron, like they don't like that she speaks her mind and she puts out these media news like coverages and she tells it like it is. And it's all about politics. It really is. Like when it comes down to it, it's about politics. You can find these videos on YouTube and Rumble and Odyssey why YouTube is doing this to content creators. So they demonetized her, saying that she was reusing content when all of her content was original. It was all hers. Yes, she put out the Amber Heard interview, but she actually was talking during that. But she did like put some other videos like about Amber Heard's like lawyer, like when Elaine talked on the Today Show and things like that. She did put those videos on, and other creators did use them, but she didn't monetize those videos. Technically, that's kind of reused content, but her whole channel as a whole was not reused content. She was creative. She still is. And then not only did they demonetize that channel, when she made her backup channel, they deleted it a week later. Why, YouTube? I've been asking you this for 2.5 weeks now on Twitter. Why? Why are you doing this? And they were saying that her second channel was an impersonation. It was her channel. How many creators have you seen that have multiple channels? I have 2 channels, All Things Sunshinery, and that's my channel. I'm not impersonating myself. How can you impersonate yourself? It just doesn't make sense. I know like the guy that I used to mod for, he had 7. He still has 7 channels. Are you going to tell him that he's impersonating himself? It's just so weird what YouTube is doing. So that's why, 1, I have other platforms that I'm on. And 2, like I said in my Twitter post, that Tipster was a big impact along with Farron. But if you have these other platforms, why not use them? That's more viewers, more content from like people that might not watch YouTube that might enjoy your content. Why not use them? That's why I got my Twitch account. Plus, I love Twitch. I've known about Twitch for years. My friend had a Twitch channel, and I remember like setting up his room for like his Twitch background, and it was a whole big thing. But I've known about Twitch for a while, and it was great that I kind of like, I knew I could do that, but it was like, why not? Why not? And like Tipster said, if you have it as a source, why not use it? You never know what can come from those platforms. That's why I have a TikTok, you know? You never know. So anyways, that's it for tonight. Like I said, I will be doing more makeup streams. I'm bringing back But First makeup. I have a lot of new palettes that I've gotten, and I want to share them with you all. I am going to start back up the makeup TikToks that I was doing. So be sure to check that out on TikTok. It's definitely in my description below, my TikTok channel. And check out all these different products that are my favorite that I enjoy, and check out different like things that I put on there. And I'm also going to do something with my Makartt nails and go over like the products that I use, what I prefer, what I like the best, what new has come out that I enjoy, all of that great stuff. So that will all be on TikTok and will be on my locals channel as well. So everything that I post here on YouTube or TikTok will all be there on locals. So you guys can all just watch it in one space. There's no need to go to all these other platforms when you can go to my locals account. So that's like my plan. I'm getting things set up. I can't wait to do this. We're on to bigger and better things. And I can't wait. Can't wait. So I hope you all enjoyed this live tonight and all the stories that I had for you. I will definitely be making that Amber Heard video and talk about this bond that she didn't pay for and what that means for the appeals case and all of that, because it's going to be pretty interesting that she didn't pay the bond that the judge said, if you want this appealed, you need to pay this money. And she didn't pay it. Plus everything that's going on with Elon Musk and Twitter, they're going to be going to trial soon. So I can't wait to cover that. Now, in the meantime, too, I also have the Jen Shah filings and all of that, which she's now pled guilty. If you haven't checked out that video, check it out on my channel. I have all those filings, and I do want to start going over them. So it will probably be a live as well, where we can go over them and discuss it and talk about it. Everything that's in the filings. I have like literally all the filings since the case started. So we'll be going over the main details of the filings, but that will be coming to this channel as well as all the other platforms that I'm on. So let me know what kind of day works best for you all in the comments, and we'll figure it out and we'll get it started so we can definitely start doing that as well. And then move on to other cases that come out and check out those filings, things that we're interested in. That's what I want to know. What other cases are you guys interested in? We have a ton of cases that are happening right now. Which ones do you want to go over the filings, papers, all of that, coverage? We will figure it out. Let me know below in the comments, and we'll get this shit started. But I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I will see you all soon. Be here Friday night, 8:30 for game night. We're going to have a ball of fun. And if you don't come, you're missing out. I'm telling you, you are missing out on a whole lot of fun. And it's a nice escape to get away from all the drama and bullshit that's happening. Oh, the other drama that we got to talk about, the Rich Lux and Dustin Daly. There has been so much more happening. I will definitely update you guys on all of that as well. I have a video on my channel about how it all started, and I will do an update video about everything that's happened since the timeline of events that I gave on the whole situation. So where I left off there, it'll be kind of like a part 2. So wait for that. Check that out. And let me know what you guys think. What other things would you like to see? I'm up to different, ideas from you all. And I want to know. Let me know below. I also give me some constructive criticism. I'd love to know. I'll definitely be doing more of this on camera stuff too. I want to do that and have that for you guys, because no one likes looking at an emoji like this while we're doing videos. Yes, I do put like, photos like that up and all of that, but I feel like it's more personal when we're on camera. So we will be doing more of this as well. But again, hope you all have a wonderful evening. We will be back here Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live, but look for those videos that I'll be putting out. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Bye.